Thursday afternoon, everyone. Guys, I noticed on my last video, I had last night it was over 1,000 views with 154 likes, guys. Really need to get the likes up. It really tells YouTube that you like the content that I'm putting out. So please, when you're through watching the video, and please watch till the end, go and do the thumbs up, or you can stop right now, pause the video, and go hit the thumbs up, okay? It really makes a difference, guys, and we're really trying to get this channel to grow so that not just myself, but everyone has a platform where you can come and have your say and leave comments without being bashed or having people be mean to you, or just all that stuff. So now, getting into this video today, I did a video the other day about dylanrounds. I know some of you know who he is, some of you haven't, some of you are just now getting into the story. But the plain and simple fact is, he is a young man of 19 years of age who needs to be found. We need to find out what has happened with him. Yes, I may be a little late to the story, and some of the information I'm going to be giving you, you probably already know. The ones that don't know it, then it'll be new to you. But the plain and simple fact is, guys, I do not want to rush into this just grabbing information from anywhere I can get it and throwing it out there for you. There was another creator did a story on Dylan this morning, and I think he made a wonderful point, which was, we do not want this to turn into the circus that the Summer Wells case has turned into. We do not want to just run out and grab information and sling it out there as fact when it's truly not been verified or proven, or no one has even said it. So I'm taking it nice and slow. If you've already heard it, the information, or if you've already heard the story, that's fine. For the ones who haven't, I hope you watch till the end. Actually, I hope all of you watch till the end. I took notes. I'm gonna be reading the notes that I've taken, and like I said, guys, watch till the end. We have got to get his story, his face, his name out there. This young man needs to be found. No matter his age, he's still somebody's little boy. Okay, first of all, Dylan lives in Lucin, Utah, okay? He and his grandfather bought 650 acres in Lucin. Now, the last contact anyone had with him was his grandmother, and that was on May the 28th of 2022. The last time he was saw was about 27 miles from his home. It was at a little bar in Morella, I believe, Nevada. It's a bar, but it's a grill, because come on, how many 19-year-olds that live in a camper do you know cooks a whole meal? Every now and then he has to go to town, get him something hot to eat when he's not visiting mom or dad or whoever. So he went to the Saddle Sore Bar to grab him something to eat. That was on Thursday, the 28th. Or the 26th, I'm sorry. Last contact was on the 28th. Dylan is 19 years old. He weighs 160 pounds. He stands 5 foot 10 inches. His hair is brown. His eyes are brown. His mom's name is Candace. His dad's name is Justin. They both live in Idaho, from what I can understand. They do not live together, but they had, they raised Dylan in a semi-normal capacity as you can when you're from, a divorced family. So, I mean, there was no problems there. From what they say, Dylan, his biggest dream all his life was to be a farmer. I mean, his dad was bragging that he could drive a tractor before most kids could even ride a bicycle. So that's all he's ever wanted to do, was to have a farm. And in my last video, from what I had understood, was that he had inherited that farm from his grandfather, but he did not. He and his grandfather went in together and bought this farm His grandfather did this because it was Dylan's dream. And they bought that farm back in 2019. And it is situated right on the border between Utah and Nevada. And not only that, but this would have been his first year bringing in a crop. So that makes it a little bit, the red flags go up a little bit quicker, because I'm sure he was tickled pink and proud as punch to have been bringing in his first crop this year. On Monday, May the 30th, Candace, his mom, received a phone call from Dylan's best friend, JD Weil. JD had told her that nobody had seen Dylan since Saturday. So after finding that out, I'm sure she called his dad. They got together. They, called the law enforcement and reported him missing later that same day. And the search began. Later that day, later that evening, his boots were the first items that were brought forth as far as a red flag, because, see, they found his boots thrown behind what was said to be a dirt pile, but it wasn't. Later on, they released that it was like a trash pile for junk and stuff, but his boots were just thrown behind there. Now, after they had gathered his boots up and spoke with his parents about it, and they're like, no, these are not old boots. He would not have meant to throw these away because he wears the same ones until they wear out, and then he goes and buys identical boots. These were not worn out boots. They say they couldn't have been more than a year old. They did find a drop or two of blood on these boots. So Ellie said, nope, we're going to take and send these into the lab and have them inspected, have tests run on them. But we're also going to keep them in case we need them later in the investigation, as far as like cadaver dogs or scent dogs to get his scent to look for him and such. Only problem was, it took a week before they ever sent those boots to the lab. But anyways, oh, and it was, the boots were in that pile of stuff, and that was like almost 100 yards away from Dylan's camper. So that's a little bit strange right there. Wasn't even near his camper. Now, on the other hand, the boots, other than the boots, all else was found to be as it should be. The only thing missing was his phone, his wallet, and himself. I mean, his truck was even there. The funny thing about the truck was that his mom swears that the truck looked like it had been freshly washed, cleaned up, cleaned out. It had supposedly rained the weekend before, and he was trying to get his crops in, but yet there was no mud, nothing on the tires, nothing on the truck itself, and there were no, ruts in the ground anywhere where he had drove his truck. Oh, and his mom also said that the seat, Dylan stood 5'10". Evidently, he has long legs, and the seat should have been back farther than what it was. And that threw up red flags for his mom also, because, who would have been driving his truck? The Box Elder County Sheriff's Department is the department in charge of the investigation. And because the farm is situated on the Utah-Nevada border, both sides, both departments, police departments in both counties there are assisting in the search. So I don't think there's any one particular county actually doing the investigation. Nothing was found up until June the 17th, and that's when TBI stepped in. And they ruled it as a criminal investigation. And I guess they've took over the investigation themselves. Now, Montello, Nevada is about 30 miles from the farm. That's where he went to eat dinner that night. That's the last place he was seen. And based on the cell phone data that they've collected, the last confirmed place that his phone was used was on his farm. That was the last time it was used, and it was on May the 28th. Now, Weber County Sheriff's Office in Ogden, Utah is providing services also, and as in like choppers, scent dogs, cadaver dogs, whatnot. There's hundreds and hundreds of locals, neighbors, friends, family that have come in to help search for Dylan and to support the parents, however they might need support. Now, Candace, his mom, says that she has created a Facebook page so that people can get updates or any information they need about Dylan on Facebook. The name of that page is Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page. And she also wanted to make sure that everybody understands neither she nor her ex-husband nor any of the grandparents, his grandmother, nobody in the family has started any GoFundMe pages, no fundraisers, nothing in Dylan's name. So if you see or hear of anybody trying to raise funds in Dylan Round's name, please understand that is fake. It is not true. Please do not fall for it. Dylan's mother says that he's an upstanding young man. He has no prior drug use, no prior alcohol use. He didn't have any anger problems. He did not have any prior mental illnesses or problems. He is just an all-around good kid who was doing his best to follow his dream. Somebody out there knows what happened to Dylan. And we have got to get this out there. We have got to find him, guys. He's 19 years old, will be 20 in August. He's still Candace's little boy. He's still Justin's little man. No matter how big or how old they get, they're still our kids. And we still fear for them and any harm that could come to them. Help Candace and Justin find their little boy. Please share this video. Please get the word out there. Get his story out there. Get his picture out there. Say your prayers, guys. Tell God how thankful you are for your children, your parents, your life, your pets. Don't forget to call your parents, hug your kids, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Hopefully with better news. Maybe by then they'll have found Dylan. Maybe by then they'll have found Summer.